Hello. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Happy NFL trade deadline. We are here to talk about the trades that have been made, talk about some waiver claims. I think Aiden's going to come on in like 10 minutes, and we can help him out with his team. This is a pretty rough waiver week, I would say. It's pretty bad. I'm going to be straight with you guys. I don't really have much for you. I liked Parker Washington as a scoop, but they traded for Jacoby Myers, and now I think that directly impacts Mr. Parker Washington because they play similar roles. So that hurts him. But we can talk about that stuff. As far as the trade deadline goes, if you guys have your thoughts on anything, let me know in the chat. I'm going to go through some of the trades here. We can start with the New York Jets, who I thought did very, very well. Like extremely well, the Jets. So a couple huge moves. Trading away Quinnen Williams, trading away Sauce Gardner. Sauce Gardner goes to the Colts. Quinnen Williams goes to the Cowboys. I thought this is just extremely smart from the New York Jets. The Jets have been stuck in this. They've really had a rough couple years, right? No quarterback. They tried to go get one with Zach Wilson. It didn't work out. Tried to bring in Aaron Rodgers for a contingency plan and go compete. That didn't work out. And then tried a reclamation project this year on Justin Fields. Don't really think that has worked out. But to prevent themselves from being stuck in this, weird spot where maybe they'll get a top pick. I don't know, like just a weird situation for the Jets. Completely blew it up. First and foremost, their defense isn't even good anyways, so they don't need Quinnen Williams and they don't need Sauce Gardner right now. So I thought it was sharp to get rid of those two. And I thought the trades that the returns they got on those players was exceptional. Getting 2 first-round picks for Sauce Gardner, someone in the chat can disagree. I literally think that's insane. I do not think Sauce Gardner is worth 2 first-round picks right now. Based on how he's played basically every single year since his rookie season. And that's not a slight on Sauce Gardner. I still think he's a good corner, an above average corner. But I don't think he's a top 2 or 3 corner in the league. So, getting 2 first-round picks for him is insane. And then, capitalizing on the Cowboys, getting their first-round pick, I thought was good. So the Jets have multiple firsts coming up. And then in the next draft, where the Jeremiah Smith draft, they're going to have 3 first-round picks. And 2 of them are the Colts. No guarantee the Colts are good. And no guarantee the Cowboys are good. So they could end up with 3 high picks. So I loved what the Jets did. The Jets have a long way to go, but getting rid of those guys, loading up on these picks, and trying to hit on their quarterback with the Jets have solidified. Like they have 2 good tackles. Like they're kind of solidified right there, which is going to help a young quarterback. So if you can hit on your quarterback, get him on that rookie deal. They have 2 good tackles. They have Garrett Wilson. Mason Taylor looks pretty good. Like the offense can become good quickly if you hit on that quarterback, and they have plenty of picks to go reload everywhere else on the roster. So I know the Jets have been a laughingstock for a long time, but I thought they absolutely crushed with what they did today. I don't know if you guys saw. I just found some random guy on Twitter, and it was so funny. I literally was sitting there laughing out loud because someone had tweeted, getting 2 firsts for Sauce Gardner is insane. And some guy that's a Colts fan literally responded and said, no prospects. I can't even read this. This guy says no prospects in the draft that the Colts remotely need, to be honest. Like, what are we even talking about? The Colts are they've played like okay football. I know they've won games, but again, we've talked about it on the stream. I'm not ready to just push it all in and say the Colts are some Super Bowl threat. I'm just not. So if you want to sit there and act like they've played decent football for 2 months and now they don't need anybody in the first round of the draft, okay. Whatever floats your boat. But yeah, I think it's more or less the Jets admitted they overpaid their guys. Yeah, I mean, you kind of have to pay Sauce, but he just hasn't been great. I don't know. This could be a change of scenery could be good for him. He could go to Indianapolis and ball out. There is certainly a potential for that. I still would rather have the 2 first-round picks if I'm the Jets because Sauce playing how he's playing on their team is not doing anything for them. Also, Mitchell, I'm sorry. I saw the fight you're going to got canceled. What's up with that? Do you any details on that? Like, do you get your money back at least? If you guys don't know, Mitchell was going to go to the Tank Davis Jake Paul fight, and it got canceled. So hopefully you at least get a refund on those tickets. But I thought the Jets crushed it. Obviously, fine move for the Colts. I don't like what they gave up, but Sauce will certainly help. They've had issue. The weak spot of their defense has been like their secondary. So, they're swinging for the fences, pushing their chips all in. They're trying to compete this year. I can commend them for that. Right before I got on stream, we got the Trevor Penning traded to the Chargers. That's good. They need O-line, especially with how banged up they've been on the O-line, and then now they just lost Joe Alt for the remainder of the season. So fine move there for the Chargers. I thought Rashid Shaheed going to the Seahawks was a great move. Reunite him with Clint Kubiak. He fits in perfectly alongside Jackson Smith and the Jigba and kind of what the Seahawks have going on there. Like just a perfect complement because JSN has really ascended this year and he's kind of taken over. They have Cooper Kupp as well whenever he's healthy. I thought that was a great move. I'm a big Rashid Shaheed believer. I think he's one of the most underrated receivers in the league. So sending him back to Clint Kubiak's offense, I thought that was a great move for Seattle. And you guys, if you guys are tapped in and you follow me, I was a year early on the Seahawks. I was really, really high on the Seahawks last year. Had a ton of futures on them to like make the playoffs and win their division and stuff like that. And it didn't work out last year, but I feel like I was correct in that. It just took them a year under the new coaching staff. But I thought that was a great move for Seattle getting Shaheed. Thought AD Mitchell was on waiver since Wilson has been hurt. Oh, as a waiver claim? Yeah. Man, they sent him to the shadow realm, Andrew. AD Mitchell. I like AD Mitchell. I think he's a good player. I don't know what you can expect from him on the New York Jets, but yeah, he should have an opportunity to, get on the field and make some plays. I don't hate it. If you're in a deeper league, like a speculative ad on him, I don't hate it because, like I said, I think he is a good player. He just has it really just went bad for him after he struggled to get on the field for Indianapolis anyways. And then he gets a chance and he drops the ball and all that stuff. He had a couple penalties in that game too. It just never got off on the right foot. I feel like for AD Mitchell and Indy, but he's still young. I still think he is a good receiver and I think he could develop into a good player. So yeah, I don't hate that as a speculative waiver ad, but loved Shaheed going over to the Seattle Seahawks. Thought that was good. Jaguars trade for Jacoby Myers. I don't know. I think Jacoby Myers is okay. Like I said, I think this impacts Parker Washington a good bit. We'll see what happens there. I was kind of neutral on that one. Cowboys also got Logan Wilson for cheap. Okay. I mean, they need to trade for as much defensive players as they can. Their defense is so bad. Shout out the Cardinals. We had Cardinals plus 3.5 last night. If you watched the stream yesterday, I was pretty adamant that I liked the Cardinals in that game. So shout out the Cardinals for that one. But those are like the big moves. In terms of guys that did not get traded, really, really wanted to see Breece Hall get traded. Don't really understand why the Jets. If I'm the Jets and I've already fire sold everybody, I would have taken like a fourth for Breece Hall. You might as well at that point. So I would have liked to see Breece Hall get traded. Pretty surprised that the Chiefs didn't push harder for him. But I would like to see him get dealt. No Kamara trade. Like I talked about yesterday, I thought that there was a very, very low chance of Kamara getting traded, and he did not end up getting traded. So overall, pretty fun. I would have liked another like splash deal, whether it be like Garrett Wilson or something. No AJ Brown trade. I didn't really think there was a chance of him getting traded, but I would have liked one more big move. But overall, I love what the Jets did. I like the move for the Seahawks. And yeah, we'll see kind of what goes on here. I'm still not a believer in this Colts team, and I don't agree with their fan that said they don't need anybody in the first round of the draft. Thought that was one of the more insane statements I've ever heard. Anyways, Aiden's gonna hop in here. We'll talk waivers. If you guys are looking for bets for tonight, I did take Akron against UMass -9.5. It steamed though. I think they're like 11 or 12 now. Let me double check. I don't have unabated pulled up, but let's take a look here. Yeah, they're -12.5 now on FanDuel. So I probably wouldn't take them at 12.5. If you want to parlay them with something, you can. But I took Akron at -9.5, and it got steamed pretty heavy. So I would not take it at 12, but yeah. Oh, Aiden's in here now. I'm gonna add him in. How's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing pretty well. We have a lot of people in here today talking some trade deadline. If you want to let us know how your team's doing, I have one of my leagues pulled up as well. So I'm going to be honest with you. This is a pretty gross week for waivers, I think.
Gross good or bad?
Gross bad. I don't really see anybody that I'm interested in picking up.
Okay. Well, we got some stuff to discuss for sure.
Okay.
It was an interesting week to say the least.
I know. I need to live watch your games every week, because you come on the stream and I get it like invested into your team, and then I never know how it goes until you come back on the stream.
Yeah. How about, you want me to share? We'll get right into it.
Yeah, let's pull his league up. Is Jarrett Patterson worth a claim? I don't think so, honestly. I probably wouldn't have him on my list. The only like running back, I don't know. We'll talk about it in a sec. Let's look at your team here. I'll stop pull yours up.
Insane finish.
Oh, there's no way. There's no way that this happened.
Do you know who did this to me? Do you want to know? Zach Knight.
Yeah,
he put 0.7 points up for the win Monday night.
Bam Knight got 5.7 points. So I had Bam Knight to score a touchdown last night. I would say like he ran poor to only get 5 points. So obviously DeMarcado was super involved, but they ran a designed play for him from like the 4-yard line, and he got tackled. He got 2. So he could have, like, it's make or break. He could have scored a touchdown on that, like a run. And then he got another carry from like the 3, and he got down to like the 1, and then they snuck it in with Brissett. So there is a world where he had like 2 touchdowns last night and had a way bigger number. But that is just, I can't believe he beat you off of that.
Yeah. And like Tucker Kraft, Matt Golden.
Well, Tucker Kraft getting hurt is what really hurt you right there, because he would have at least got enough. He would have got another point to get you a win.
Yeah, it's just on the bye week. You know, we waiver wire Stafford, almost drops 30.
That was good. Yeah,
great.
Jamison Williams even had a decent game there for you. 14 points. That's like his second highest of the season.
He's. I don't know if he's back. I don't know.
Well, he plays Washington this week, I think, which is very good. You couldn't have a better matchup than that right now.
Yeah, that sounds good. And now, like, going back to the waiver wires, I know I sent you a picture on Slack. I don't know if chat remembers our conversation last week about our fab strategy.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah,
Where is
we tried to price his right, that guy, for Tyrone Tracy, and he dropped his entire what 104 on him or something.
it? Where did I find that?
Maybe in that chat right there, just like scroll up farther.
Is it 6 days? That's too far. Where's it?
Yeah, maybe scroll down.
Oh, here it is. Here
Yeah,
it
right
is.
there. Yeah.
$104.
Yeah, somebody dropped their full amount. I don't hate it because typically, so usually, oh
Oh,
my God, you would have tied. Oh,
oh,
so I wonder what the tiebreaker is on that. I guess waiver order.
yeah, maybe.
Wow,
That's
that's funny. I wonder if they tried to Price is Right as well.
absolutely right. I'm going to take it that
That's
my
pretty
name's
funny.
on top. That
Yeah,
I
I think
wouldn't
you
put
would. I
in
think
there.
you would have got him. Yeah, that sucks. So typically, you do like if it's a starting running back, like people do drop their full amount. I didn't think anybody would have that much left in your league at this point, but I guess they did. So that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it adds on to the lore of this team of just crazy things are against us. There's I don't know how to explain it. There's some voodoo for sure here. But we
Yeah.
got Dylan Sampson. We won that one. Unfortunately, was on a bye, but should be a decent option this week.
Yeah, so I haven't seen like clarification on Quinshon Judkins. Let me see. I don't imagine he's gonna play in this game. I don't know. Kevin Stefanski feels confident Quinshon Judkins' shoulder won't be an issue for week 10. So that's 5 hours. But
Okay.
I don't know if I believe that though. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll know like Thursday, Friday if he's gonna play.
All right. So looking at the lineup, Barkley, I hope he's okay because
Barkley should be good to go. So if we put Barkley and Hurts back in,
great
I
great
just want to
additions.
see
I
what we're working with here.
I wish I could say we survived the bye week.
You should have got really close.
We were on the last rung of the ladder, and somebody came by and kicked our hands off it.
That's crazy that he got just enough to beat you. We need Ricky Pearsall back, man. That's what we need. I mean, look at his game log. Click on him. Couple monster games from him. And then, like, we're going on 5 or 6 weeks now.
Yeah.
Man, need him back.
Need him like water.
Christian Kirk, revenge game against the Jags. I'm sure you're a big fan of the revenge game.
Yeah, I mean, as long as he's putting up numbers.
So he played a good amount last week. First game back. They have a lot of young receivers. I had a thought process of like maybe I know he's coming back from injury, but maybe they don't really play him much because they're trying to, get something out of these. Oh wow. Why did this guy I'm just seeing this. Why did this guy drop Kyle Monungai in this league last week? I'm a little bit confused by that. See, because if I would have known this, I would have told you to pick him up and start him.
Holy God.
But I didn't know he was not available in your league when we were on the stream last week. Obviously, he got dropped for this. So I'm sure obviously somebody has since picked him up because once the news that Swift was going to be out, it was like clear and obvious to play him. I don't really understand why that guy dropped him. If nobody picked him up in your league, I have no words. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. I was going to say, but I didn't even see that, or I would have just told you to go pick him up. But anyways, Christian Kirk is who I would probably slot in for Xavier Worthy, who's on a bye week there. Yeah. All right. Let's look at the available players. You may need a receiver because Matthew Golden, we don't know what's going on there, and then you need a tight end because Tucker Kraft is hurt.
Tight end strength was one of our.
Yeah, that was big. He was really coming on.
It was a pillar of our success, our anticipated success. All right. Let's see our stats. Go full week. Let's see. What do we got? Reek Reek ain't it. Reek's hurt. Evan's hurt. Like, Jerry Jeudy feels like a name that's just always been around.
Yeah, Jerry Jeudy is just done. I don't know. The Browns needed to trade him today for any sort of a resurgence there. I have zero faith in him whatsoever. Let's look at tight ends first. Okay. Can you sort by projection, just because it's going to give me a better idea of the guys that are available. Theo Johnson is probably your best bet here.
Theo Johnson of the Giants. Pick up some workload.
This is probably your best bet. And he plays the Bears, which isn't a terrible matchup. But so obviously New York super banged up at pass catcher with Neighbors down. He scored a touchdown 2 out of his last 3. And he's good. I mean, really athletic guy. Seems to have a good rapport with Jackson Darts. I think Theo Johnson, probably your best option for a tight end there. I don't know if you need to put money on him though. You might be able to just claim him and then
think so.
No money. Yeah, I don't think you need to put any money on him really.
All right, he's on the list. In a world where, because we got a game plan for my cursed team.
Mm-hmm.
So in a world where somebody does waiver wire him, who are we looking at?
If somebody takes him and you can't get him, any of those other guys are fine. It's the same thing. You could get Likely. He's back now playing for the Ravens. He had a decent game. He had 7 points. That's fine for a tight end.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Or even a Cade Otton is fine. Any of those guys are fine. But Theo Johnson has a little bit of upside. So he would be my priority. But I don't think he's probably don't need to.
He's on a bottom.
Yeah.
I don't Titans. I don't know if we want to touch those guys.
No, I don't trust the Titans at this current juncture. I think it's Theo Johnson, or then if you don't get him, just let me know and I can, you can look at the options on Thursday or whatever.
Emergency podcast.
Yeah, we can. Yeah. Tight end streamer emergency.
And then wide receivers. Week 9, is it?
Yeah.
Projections.
Christian Watson is an absolute priority here. I would say number 1 pickup. I would be willing to put a good amount of money on him, to be honest with you. So I think there's a good chance that he's just the Packers' best receiver right now. And he's been good since he came back from injury. So I would put, how much money do you have? 94 or something? Or 80? You have 80?
80 remaining.
I'd be willing to drop 25 on him, I think.
25. So 26, because
actually
we need to do 27 because
you might as well just do 30 at this point. You should just do the even number.
But we need, after seeing that somebody else is trying to Price is Right us, Ben.
That's true. We gotta come up with a new strategy.
We need wacky numbers here.
I'm fine with it because so we have to bake in not only with everyone healthy, there's a chance Christian Watson is their best receiver for the rest of the season. Then bake in, they just lost Tucker Kraft, and he got a lot of targets. Matthew Golden is injured and has not really done anything. Yeah. So if you look at his routes, Christian Watson, since he's come back, they've gone up every single game. And then last week he got over 70%. So he ran a route on over 70% of Jordan Love's dropbacks, which is very, very good. And he's a deep threat. So there's there's upside with him on top of just potential of him being their best receiver. And then Nathan asked, would you drop Golden and grab Watson? I would, yes, at this point. Unfortunately, so I did not like Matthew Golden coming out of Texas. Personally, I didn't think he was a first-round pick. I didn't have a first-round grade on him, but the Packers – it's so fitting to me that the Packers – I don't know if you know this, Aiden, like they're notorious for not drafting receivers. Like they never drafted a receiver for the entire time they had Aaron Rodgers, ever. They always use late-round picks on them. So the one time that they spend a first-round pick on him, it's someone I didn't even think was good. Like just hilarious. But that's not the point. The reason I liked him is opportunity, and Christian Watson was like hurt to start the year.
Yeah.
He's never done anything with this opportunity. And now Christian Watson's back. So, yeah, I'm willing to just axe him, Nathan. I would want Christian Watson on my team right now. So, Christian Watson, priority pickup for me, and I would start him this week, honestly.
All right. So, well, exact situation. Matthew Golden.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. Wait, who else is on your bench, though? Just because it's a keeper league, so there's like a chance maybe like you know.
We got Wilson, Isaiah Davis, like. Stafford, I mean, assuming Hurts does not get injured the rest of the year, I got a quarterback for the whole season.
Yeah, I'm good with Wilson or Stafford as a drop there. I would keep Matthew Golden just in case, because who knows, maybe Christian Watson gets hurt again or something, and then you would want Matthew Golden back.
Okay, so then
I'm good with that there.
Yeah, for sake of injury proof in this, we'll keep Stafford because you never know. All right. So there's our tight end figured out. And
assuming you get Christian Watson, I would start him. Let me go back to your team. So obviously you're starting Keenan. And then J-Mo's fine to start, especially against Washington. So I would just slot, if you get Christian Watson, I'd slot him in for Matthew Golden.
Okay.
And then whatever tight end you get, obviously put him in, and then I think you're pretty good to go from there.
All right. So trades.
Yeah, what's the update on that?
Our matchup is looking.
This is good matchup this week.
Yes.
And he's got Dak on a bye.
Pickens as
and
well.
Pickens on a bye, yeah. I think you can win this week.
Yes, I believe, Ben.
I remember when we looked at it, it's like you have a string of good matchups. So I would see if you win this week, maybe see if you can go on a run. If you lose, I would be down. Like, we'll talk trades next week. Like, let's just get rid of it. Let's start blowing this up. Start thinking about next year.
Absolutely. We got to tentatively
start going Calgary Flames.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, let's maybe not that. Those guys are always in the middle.
Well, okay. So obviously we're not talking about hockey, but just because I said that to Steve earlier on that call, I thought that was so funny because when Caleb came on the stream a few weeks ago and we were doing like NHL preview, I told him, I was like, I'm new to hockey, but like it always seems like the Flames, they're like the Charlotte Hornets. Like they never get a top pick, but they're never like good enough to win anything. They're always just in the middle, and you can't really get better by being in the middle. And then I looked at the standings today and they're like in dead last. So I started laughing. Maybe they were watching my stream and they were like, you know what? Maybe we should just suck this year and get a top pick.
Yeah, it's funny because I think their owner always wants to be competitive.
So yeah, well, that's like the problem when like Michael Jordan was running the Hornets. It's like Michael Jordan can't wrap his head around the idea of sucking. Like he can't do that. So
yeah,
but he's not coaching Michael Jordan. So you got to just suck at some point.
It's part of sports. The way the North American
can't be good every single year unless you're the Chiefs have somehow navigated this for some time. But there was times when the Chiefs sucked, honestly. I can't think of a team. Even the Patriots. I mean, the Patriots were good for like our entire lives, Aiden, until now.
Yeah, and now they're kind of back.
Yes, it was a short downswing, but they did suck for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Bronson has a trade here. Would you trade Olave and Bill Krosky-Merritt for Michael Pittman? Bronson, is that a PPR or a half PPR? That would probably change things a little bit for me. Let me know on that one. I'm going to pull up something real quick and double check that. Full PPR. I would say probably keep Olave at that point. Let me plug this into my numbers and just see what it says, honestly. Pittman. I think it's going to weigh that Olave side heavier. Yeah, I have that decently in favor of Olave. But to your point, yeah, he's going to get so many targets. Like he already did anyways, but now with no Shaheed, I know the team sucks, but I'd probably rock Olave still, to be honest. And you have Saints in your profile picture there. Bronson, I have a Chris Olave jersey hanging right over there. I could go get it for you, but I would rock the Olave side.
All right. Also confirmed.
Yeah, week 12 trade deadline. So it's about to be week 10. So yeah, so if you suck this week and lose, maybe we blow it up then.
Yeah, absolutely. We knew this coming in. We picked some young guys.
Yeah, it just look, Jamison Williams, I'll be the first to admit that was a bad pick. But Saquon Barkley has not done Saquon Barkley things.
No.
Tucker Kraft looking like a top tight end and then he gets hurt. Like you just can't string anything together really. You're getting unlucky here a little bit too.
Yeah, and like we took some upside guys.
Next year we need to do is this an online draft or is this an in-person draft?
It's an online draft.
We might need to stream the draft next year, like on the stream. That could be good.
Yes, I think that could be good content.
We get the chat involved, like we could really build a monster on this team. I think.
Yeah, I like what we're cooking here. This is a dynasty. We ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, this is a keeper league. We're gonna build something up. That's what's important. Sustained excellence is coming.
Absolutely, the standard of excellence rises.
Yeah, we got to change the culture a little bit, and then we'll be good.
Yeah, that's right. A couple locker room guys.
Yeah, exactly. Jalen Hurts is the ultimate locker room guy, though, so he needs to get those guys motivated over there.
He's a fortune cookie.
Yeah. Yeah, he does. He speaks in fortune cookie. He does.
It's awesome. How can you not get hype for?
Yeah, I don't know how people don't like him. I know people think he's corny or whatever, but I don't know. I disagree with them.
He's got the hardware.
Yeah, yeah. So Aiden, I don't know. Like we didn't know each other then, so like you don't know the lore. But when he's like my favorite player since he was at Alabama, and there's nobody that I defended more when he got drafted, like because the Eagles had Carson Wentz then. Like Eagles fans didn't even want him, so I just adopted the Eagles, and I was like, I'm gonna be a huge fan of them. I didn't even think they would actually win a Super Bowl. And I thought their chance was when they went the first time, and they lost. I was like, oh man.
Because in college, wasn't it Hurts and Tua were a tandem?
Yeah, so he kind of struggled a little bit at Alabama at times, and then in the national championship game, they benched him at halftime for Tua, and Tua came in and brought them back, and they ended up winning the national championship game after he got benched. And the reason why I love him so much, I liked him anyways, but in today's game, like it's so easy for those guys to just go transfer anywhere else and go play. And he didn't do that immediately. He stayed there the next year. And then it kind of came full circle because Tua got injured in one of their playoff games, bowl game, and he came in off the bench and led them to a win. And then he transferred after that. But I always respected him for not just immediately bailing.
And see, that's why we love sports, because you can't write that kind of stuff up.
No, you really can. It's like storybook, like seriously.
All right. Well, I think we're sorted. I think the marching orders are established, and we're gonna make sure we get a tight end.
All right. Yeah. Let me know later in the week if you don't get Theo. Like, just let me know and we'll figure it out.
Yeah. Who before I go, who are we dropping for a tight end here?
Might have. Oh, you could just drop. Yeah, you could just drop Kraft because I don't see you keeping a tight end because it's only 2 keepers, right?
I forget how many it was actually.
If it's only 2 keepers, just drop Kraft because you're not going to keep him in a two keeper, and he's obviously out for the year, so he's not going to be of any assistance to you.
All right, sounds good.
All right, thanks for hopping in. Jim, yes, I am. That will be up probably tomorrow morning if I had to guess. I'm gonna pull my team back up. And you're free to go, Aiden, if you need to hop off. If you want to stay on, you can do that as well.
I'll probably hop and look at a couple other things here. Ben, have a good rest of your day, and talk to you later, chat.
Yep. Chat, say goodbye to Aiden. But yeah, Jim, plan for like tomorrow. I've just had some stuff going on the last couple weeks, but we'll be back with that. Hopefully tomorrow morning. If not, tomorrow afternoon. But before Thursday. All right, chat. So here's one of my teams that I'm doing pretty well on. We're in second place right now. 6-3 record. We do have the most points by a good amount, as you can see here. Most points by 100, which is pretty good in a 12-team league, I would say. We lost Travis Hunter, though, so here's my team. We have Lamar, McCaffrey, JT, Emeka Ibuka, Jordan Addison, Jake Ferguson, Manungai, Xavier Worthy, Calvin Ridley, and Travis Hunter have just been disasters. Matthew Golden, disaster. So, we've kind of navigated some missed picks, I would say, but there's not really anyone I'm loving as a pickup here this week. At running back, if you're in a league where Blake Corum is available, I know I wrote him up a few weeks ago. He would be my top pickup, so I'm probably going to scoop him here. And then if you're in a league like Aiden where Christian Watson is available, I would be picking up Christian Watson. Those would be my two favorite pickups this week. Blake Corum and Christian Watson. So I'm probably going to try and scoop Corum for man. I can probably drop Jaden Blue. Jaden Blue has not worked out. Picked him up when he came back in the event that Javonte got hurt, but he wasn't even active again last night. He's kind of struggled at times. So I'm going to put him as the drop on that Corum pickup. Let's look at receivers quickly. Christian Kirk. I don't hate Tez Johnson actually as a pickup. So I might scoop him, to be honest with you. Zacchaeus is good as long as Burden's out, but when Burden's back, it like kind of hurts him a little bit. I don't hate Christian Kirk as a pickup, and I don't hate Tez Johnson. I might just scoop Kirk, though, in the meantime. And drop... who do I want to drop? I wonder, actually, can I put... only one IR spot is terrible, man. I'm going to be honest. Got to have 2 IR spots in these leagues. Be better. If you're a commissioner, got to be better. CMC and JT is crazy. Yeah, Jim. So in my season-long article, I kind of wrote up I liked the double running back this year. And I had a late pick in this. And somebody picked Genty ahead of me. So I got stuck with McCaffrey. And then somebody picked Chase Brown over JT. So like it just broke out perfectly. Like I couldn't take the guys that I typically would because I got sniped. So I just did double running back with the 2 guys available and lucked into this McCaffrey JT. Like pretty hilarious. But got to have 2 IR spots. I don't know. We'll see. I'll scoop a receiver later probably. And then if we want to look at this team here in the Guillotine League, we did survive this week again. So we're down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're down to 8 teams. This is my team. I obviously have Dak on a bye. I have Pickens on a bye, and I have no money to make any moves. So I'm kind of stuck. I'm stuck with this. I really need Aaron Jones to play so I can play him over Chuba Hubbard. Yeah. Hopefully, if we can get past this week, I feel really good about our chances if we stay healthy. But unfortunately, I can't make any moves. So we're just the fact that I've made it this far, to be honest, not being able to make any moves is just hilarious. All right, chat. Alex just got offered Javonte Williams for Rico Dowdle. I'm 6-3. Should I take it with Javonte on bye? Alex, can you type like your other, I guess, running backs? 6-3, so your team has to be a little bit decent. Short, like just off the top of my head, I would not make that trade, I don't think. I know he's on bye, unless you're like super strapped. But if it's not like a guillotine league, like you can survive 1 week. You have Bucky Irving and Breece Hall. Okay, so you have Bucky, Breece, and Javonte. Oh, you got offered Javonte for Rico Dowdle. I think I read that wrong, Alex. My bad. I would take Javonte Williams for Rico Dowdle all day and twice on Sunday. Yes. Even though he's on bye, in my numbers, I have that like 80% in favor of the Javonte side. So that's pretty sizable. That's honestly like highway robbery, to be quite honest with you. I know Rico's like starting now, and they've kind of made a firm decision to go that direction, but it's just such a better situation because the role between Javonte and Rico is about the same. Javonte's on the much more fantasy-friendly offense. Yeah, the floor is significantly better with Javonte, and I also think the ceiling is better because their team is just going to be playing in higher total games. B, they play indoors. Not that Carolina gets bad weather, but that's also a deciding factor for me. A lot of indoor games for Dallas. The offense is significantly better than the Carolina Panthers, and the Dallas defense is so bad that they're playing in these 50 totals every single week. So I would definitely take Javonte for Rico if I got offered that. That sounds like a good trade to me. Overall, though, thank you guys for tuning in. If you have any other trade questions, start-sit questions, anything like that, you can join the Rolling Insights Discord for free, and you can tag me in there anytime, and I will answer your questions. Just go to rollinginsights.com and click that Discord link down at the social links on the bottom of the page. If you need help getting into the league, reach out to me on X, and I will Alex, thank you for the sub. Appreciate that. Reach out on X, and I'll give you the link if for whatever reason that link on the website's not working. But we're in there talking all the time, and you guys can tag me in there if you have any other questions. But I'll be live tomorrow at 4:00 for a Wednesday stream. We'll talk NBA tomorrow and maybe some college basketball as well. And yeah, I'm trying to think. Definitely NBA tomorrow and some college basketball. And then Thursday, obviously, Steve will come on, but we'll talk some Thursday night football picks and stuff like that Thursday as well. So good luck tonight if you're betting, playing DFS or anything like that. And I will see you guys tomorrow.